Y'all see him in the streets struggling, young, dumb, and thuggin', give a fuck about nothing. Stuck at rock bottom, trying to come up on something. Pumping from sundown to sun.
What's up, guys? Street Justice here. Welcome back to my channel. We are back to the reaction to Game of Thrones on this Game of Thrones Thursday. This is Season 3, Episode 8, Second Sons. Okay, I gotta say, I actually filmed 2 reactions yesterday, one of Peaky Blinders and one of Game of Thrones. So today basically opened up for me to watch whatever I wanted. And I gotta tell you guys, I'm in a Game of Thrones mood today, so that's exactly what I'm gonna watch. And after that last episode, I really enjoyed it. You guys know I'm not the biggest fan of Jaime Lannister, but I even said it in my recap that credit is given where credit is due. And Jaime Lannister was the MVP of the last episode. Basically, he actually risked his life to save Brienne's, and that was freaking awesome to see. That was the best moment for his character in this entire series so far. But we also left off with Theon and him potentially losing, you know what. Did he actually lose it? Because if he did, I gotta say, as a guy, as much as I want to see him die, I think I'd rather see him dead than lose that. And that's just me being honest with you guys. But also, I did want to bring this up because I was actually doing some editing, and for the longest time, for 3 seasons, I've called him Sir Lancelot. And then when I actually thought I heard his name, I started calling him Lawrence. But yeah, now I know it's actually Loras. So it only took me 3 seasons. Now I know his name. From here on out, I will say it properly. I definitely want to learn it now though, because I feel like his character is playing a bigger role this season. Also, I did mention already knowing about the Red Wedding, in case you guys did not already hear me about that. I don't know whose wedding it is, who actually dies, or when it takes place, but I am aware that the Red Wedding goes down and there's a lot of death that comes with it. So initially, I was thinking that it was going to be Joffrey's, and I still do. His wedding is going to be the Red Wedding, but now as things have developed, there's going to be 3 weddings in this show. We have Cersei and Loras, we have Tyrion and Sansa, and of course Joffrey and Marjorie. There's no way that we actually see all 3 go down, but hey, there's only one way to find out. If you guys are looking for my full reactions to the show, the link to my Patreon is down in the description below. If you guys have already subscribed to the channel, now's a very good time to click that button down below, smash that like button while you're there. With that said, let's jump right in, let's check it out. Let's go. Arya and the Hound. Hear him out first.
I'll give you one try, girl. Kill me and you're free. But if I live, I'll break both your hands.
Drop it.
Go on, hit me. Hit me hard.
She wants to so bad.
You don't want to be alone out here, girl. Someone worse than me would find you.
There's no one worse than you.
You know you're my brother.
So where's he taking her then?
Is that the Blackwater?
Where do you think I'm taking you?
To Joffrey and the Queen?
No.
Joffrey, fuck the Queen. That's
Yeah.
right. I'm taking you to the twins.
You know these men?
Only by the broken swords on their banners. They're called the Second Sons, a company led by a Braavosi named Mero,
Episode title.
the Titan's bastard.
I'd like to talk to the Titan's bastard about winning.
He may not agree to meet.
Man who fights for gold can't afford to lose to a girl.
Your Grace, allow me to present the captains of the Second Sons, Mero Braavos, Rendal Negezan, and
Daario Naharis.
Sir Barristan, how many men fight for the Second Sons?
under 2,000, Your Grace.
We have more, don't we?
10,000 unsullied.
I hope the old man is better with a sword than he is with a lie. You have 8,000 unsullied.
He counted already.
Even if your numbers are right, you must admit the odds don't favour your side.
The Second Sons have faced worse odds than won.
The Second Sons have faced worse odds and run.
Our contract is our bond. If we break our bond, no one will hire the Second Sons again.
Ride with me and you'll never need another contract. You have 2 days to decide.
In the Second Sons, we share everything. After the battle, maybe we'll all share you.
They're all checking her
I'm
out.
looking for you when this is over.
Sir Barristan,
He's a dead man.
comes to battle. Kill that one first.
Gladly, Your Grace.
Half Robert, half Lowborn.
Show the boy to his chambers. I'll come visit you soon.
We don't have to deal with our eunuchs, we only have to deal with her.
She's well guarded.
Tonight's a new moon.
One of us slips into our camp, past her unsullied in her nights. 3 coins.
Drawing straws or drawing coins.
A coin from Volantis. A coin from Bravos. The Bravosi does the deed.
I hope the short hair guy gets it so he can die.
I want you to know, I didn't ask for this.
I hope I will not disappoint you, my lord.
You don't have to speak to me as a prisoner anymore.
He's like, just be real.
You won't be a prisoner after today. You'll be my wife.
He's trying to be nice right now.
I'm just trying to say, very badly, just want to say I know how you feel. But I promise you one thing, my lady. I won't ever hurt you.
You look radiant, Your Grace.
Radiant? Why radiant?
It's the word that came to mind. We're going to be sisters soon. We should be friends.
That's not gonna happen.
Aren't you?
They're remaining civil with each other, but they're like really going at it. You can tell.
If you ever call me sister again, I'll have you strangled in your sleep.
Ooh. They're already fighting like sisters. This is going down right now.
What are you doing?
Your father's gone. As the father of the realm, it is my duty to give you away to your husband.
Wow. Is this just gonna go off without a hitch? It seems like something's gonna happen, right? What a dick.
You may now cloak the bride and bring her under your protection, now and forever.
I can't believe it actually happened. This guy's just waiting to be slaughtered.
There's a power inside you you can't even begin to understand.
She's getting pretty close to him
You
here.
brought me here to draw it from you.
Tyrion's getting shammered.
Julian!
Will you pardon me, my lord?
Of course, of course.
Perhaps you could talk to your bride to be instead.
Was he gonna go torture her more?
I've got a lifetime for that.
This is like the most unpleasant wedding ever. Everybody's just upset.
Your wife needs a child, a Lannister child. If you're going to give her one, you need to perform.
What did you want?
Can't be too drunk.
Drinking and lust. No man can match me in these things. I am the god of chits and wine.
Tywin's breathing so heavy.
You can engage in juvenile attempts to make your father uncomfortable, but you will do your duty.
Well, my father once told me.
Nobody cares what your father once told you.
She is gonna run this kid and ruin his life.
Congratulations, my lady.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Oh, fuck off, Joffrey.
You've married a Lannister. Soon you'll have a Lannister baby. I suppose it doesn't really matter which Lannister puts the baby into you. Time for the bedding ceremony.
There will be no bedding ceremony.
You respect for tradition, Uncle. Come, everyone! Ladies, attend to my uncle. He's not heavy.
There will be no bedding ceremony.
There will be if I command it.
Oh!
Then you'll be fucking your own bride with a wooden cock.
What did you say?
Be careful,
I
Tyrion.
believe we can dispense with the bedding, Your Grace. I'm sure Tyrion did not mean to threaten the king. Your uncle is clearly quite drunk, Your Grace.
Is this actually gonna happen? Like, this show is too much sometimes. I honestly didn't even think they would actually get married. I thought something was gonna stop it.
Stop. Can't. I won't share your bed.
He's a good guy. I like Tyrion. I've always liked him.
You want me to.
What if I never want you to?
And so my watch begins.
Your High Valyrian is very good, Your Grace. The gods could not devise a more perfect tongue. It is the only proper language.
I don't like this close-up.
No screaming, or she dies.
What do you want?
You.
Oh!
Why would I trust a man who murders his comrades?
They ordered me to murder you. They told me I had no choice. I told them I am Dario Nahas. I always have a choice.
This show with the nudity, I swear.
Will you fight for me?
The second sons are yours, and so is Dario Naharis. My sword is yours, my life is yours, my heart is yours.
Oh no. Shay. Mm-hmm. She's still like, I got my eye on you. Okay, we haven't seen these guys in a while. Terrible weather conditions for the baby.
It's getting dark. We could stay here for the night.
Better than being out there, I guess. I don't like this, though. I feel like this is a bad omen.
Don't you think he should have a name?
I don't know many boys' names.
Justice is a good name. Could even name him Street Justice. There's gonna be like 1,000 crows out there now. What the hell is going on?
Go back inside.
Uh-oh. One of the walkers coming for the baby.
Come for the baby.
Yo.
Stay back.
Sam. He used that one like dagger piece that he found, that dragon one. Wow, it actually came back. Alright guys, that was Game of Thrones Season 3, Episode 8, Second Sons. And of course, it did feature and introduce the Second Sons. This was definitely like a Khaleesi-centric episode. I feel like there's a few characters, obviously, that it did focus on, but we didn't really get as many as we usually do, which is a good thing, because sometimes, especially during the recaps, there's like so much that goes down in these episodes. It's so easy to forget certain aspects of what went down of what I just watched, but I feel like this one's a little bit easier. Where should we start? I guess the wedding, because I was talking about that a little bit at the beginning, and that's Tyrion and Sansa's wedding. So they're officially married. Honestly, I didn't think that was actually going to go down, that we would ever actually see them wed, but the good thing is they didn't actually bed. Obviously, Shay was super happy about that. She checked in the morning. First, she was giving him the dirty look. She even stole the pillow out from his head. He cracked his head off the side of whatever he was sleeping on, that small little bed thing. But she checked the bed afterwards. She went to grab the sheets, because obviously that's part of her duty, to clean them and whatnot. And she saw there's no blood or anything. So yeah, they didn't hook up as of right now, which is a good thing, even though Tywin, he's going to be freaking pissed at them. I don't know what he's going to do, because I guess we still have a couple weddings to go down, and since it didn't go down in this one, the Red Wedding, the next episode is the 9th episode of the season, and based on the first 2 seasons, the 9th episode is usually pretty big. So is it going to go down next episode? We shall see. Obviously, we still have Cersei's wedding, and Cersei and Loras, and then of course the royal wedding. I wasn't sure if they're going to do like a 3-for-1 deal, try to, I don't know, obviously feature like the main event for the wedding, have Joffrey wed Marjorie, and then maybe just feature the other 2 weddings for as like part of the prelims earlier on in the day. But it looks like they're each getting their own ceremony, which is still kind of cool. Joffrey, Jesus Christ, this guy was being such a little dick, such a little twerp at the actual wedding for Tyrion, because he was even, I don't know why he went out of his way to be a dick to Sansa, because he was even trying to force them, like, I guess that's part of the ceremony or tradition, to lead them to the bed or the bedding or whatever they were calling it. But yeah, that was just a pure dick move. Like, you tortured her long enough. You already killed her father. You beat her savagely. Like, who knows what else he was wanting to do or willing to do to her next. And yet, she's married. She's being forced to marry Tyrion now, and he's still fucking with her. Like, where does this guy get off? He just needs to freaking leave her alone. I can't wait until Joffrey gets his. Hopefully he eventually does, because if he lasts throughout this entire thing, oh my god, I'm gonna be pissed. But yeah, there's a few more people that I did want to discuss this episode, because it wasn't just focused on, well, we're gonna get to the Khaleesi stuff, but I kind of just jumped right into the wedding and Tyrion and Sansa. But Gendry, that's the other one. I was always forgetting his name. I always wanted to say like Gendry, but I'm pretty sure it's Gendry. Oh man, it takes me forever to learn these names, because they're so crazy. That's why. They're not normal names. But man, I kind of felt bad for this kid. I feel like they're just going to torture him, just keep on sapping, just keep on sucking his blood like vampires, because he does have royal or king's blood in him, which is so crazy. I feel bad for him. Obviously, he was lured into bed. He was seduced. I don't blame him for that. I was trying to warn him, but I don't think he heard me. And then eventually she tied him up in bed, this fire priestess, and she had her way with him and eventually put the leeches on. Every time I see leeches, all I think about is Stand By Me. Thankfully, I've never seen one in real life. I don't ever want to feel that, but apparently, I think I read somewhere, I saw somewhere that they're actually used in like traditional medicine stuff, so I don't know, like, I don't think it's like regular hospitals, but in the certain cases where they can take blood. But what came from that scene is Stannis and those 3 leeches. He put them into the fire and he said 3 names. I'm forgetting the first one, but I'm pretty sure he said Joffrey and King Robb. So are they gonna, what, have shadow monster babies coming after them? And what was the other name? I'll obviously know by the time I play it back, but if I do forget, definitely let me know in the comments down below. I did want to go back to Khaleesi because I brought her up at the start of the recap, but she was definitely like the major focus of this episode, because usually it's like they just kind of go to them very quickly or very briefly, a character, and then they don't really go back to them that episode. I feel like they went away from her 3 different times and they kept on going back to her, kind of giving us updates. So she was supposed to be assassinated this episode. That was the Second Son's plan, is to get rid of her. And thankfully, one of them, he turned on them because he said he makes decisions for himself. He always has a choice. And is that going to be, I didn't get his name, but is he going to be the new love interest for Khaleesi moving forward? It kind of seems that way, because he's like, I give you my life, I swear to you, but I also give you my love, so, or my heart. I'm paraphrasing, I don't know the exact words. He said something to that effect though. So yeah, she now has him as part of her army, but is he now part of her heart? I'm sure something will blossom. I know she's a widow now, so she needs some love in herself, and she was looking pretty damn good this episode. She always does. One thing I wanted to say too, it popped up randomly on my YouTube timeline, but the actress that plays Khaleesi, I think it's Emilia Clarke, but the clip that popped up on my YouTube timeline was actually her at an NBA game, the actual actress, and she had like short brown hair, and I honestly didn't recognize her if I didn't say like Khaleesi, Emilia Clarke, because yeah, she didn't have the blonde hair, and I was kind of thinking like, that's not my Khaleesi, but yeah, I guess that's what she normally looks like. I don't think I've ever seen her in any other movie, so it's kind of hard to say how she normally looks. I just wasn't used to it. It kind of caught me off guard. It threw me off for sure. I definitely like her Khaleesi look the most, though. I gotta say that. I love her as Khaleesi. She does an amazing job, but yeah. So we've gone over Gendry and his leeches and the Fire Priestess and Stannis. We've gone over the wedding, Tyrion and Sansa. What else did we witness this episode? At the very end, obviously Sam and him using what he found, that like dragon dagger that he found like under the snow or under the rocks previously. He actually used it against one of those are the White Walkers, I'm pretty sure, right? He used that on the White Walker that was going to take the baby. I don't know the baby's name yet, if they actually landed on one. For now, I guess we could call him Randall, even though they definitely don't want that one to be the name. But yeah, he was coming for the baby, and Sam, he stepped up at first. Yo, that thing grabbed his sword and broke it to pieces, like shattered it. That was insane. And then as a last-ditch effort, Sam, he just grabbed that dragon dagger and then he jabbed it into his back. I think it was like his shoulder blade there, and he just kind of shattered himself. So yeah, he now knows, or he now has in his possession a secret weapon that he can use against them in the future. You just know that's going to be the key to the war in the future when they finally fully arrive, because he saw them previously, actually, and they just left him for dead. Also, we did catch up with Arya and the Hound very briefly. We didn't see very much of them, but it kind of was exactly what I was predicting, that he's not all bad. He did protect Sansa previously, and he actually brought that up to her. He's like, you could ask her yourself. So it seems like he's kind of turned good for the most part, and he's now bringing her to her brother and Cat. So that's freaking awesome. King Robb and Cat. Can't wait for that. But I think that's pretty much it. I've gone over everything for the most part. This was a solid episode. Not my favorite. It wasn't what I was expecting with one of the weddings. I was expecting a little bit more blood. But hey, this could just be the calm before the storm. The next episode is the 9th one, and then we have the season finale. So yeah, there's still 2 episodes left. I'm sure we're going to see some blood drawn before the season is over. But as always, definitely let me know what you guys saw in the comments down below. If you guys could like and subscribe, really helps my channel grow. Until next time, I am out. Enjoy your day. Peace.
Well, I didn't smoke enough for you, didn't drink enough for you, wasn't fun enough for you, wasn't good enough for you, damn. You play me like a yo-yo and shit. Well, I'm not the one to be yo-yo, and when you put that shit on me, then I watch you leave, let you back in, you came back in. on me, drag me